It's not that you're lazy. It's not that your brain is broken. It's that you've been trained to focus the wrong way. And I can prove it with one moment you know too well. You sit down to work. You open the laptop. You breathe out like, okay, let's do this. 5 minutes later, your phone is in your hand. You don't even remember picking it up. If that's you, stay with me. Because the fix isn't try harder. It's a Japanese approach that makes focus feel automatic. Here's what nobody tells you. Every time you fail to focus, it doesn't just waste time. It quietly teaches your brain, I can't trust myself. And that creates a loop. You avoid deep work because it feels painful. Then you feel guilty. Then you numb that guilt with distraction. Then you hate yourself for it. And then you need more distraction to escape the feeling. I used to think focus was something other people were born with, like they had a different brain. But the truth was simpler and harsher. I kept building days where distraction was the default, and then I blamed myself for living in the world I built. This isn't a productivity problem, it's an identity problem. But the good news is this: identity is trainable. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why your current focus strategy keeps failing, the Japanese fix that flips focus from willpower to design, and a simple routine you can start today so you can lock in even when you don't feel like it. And near the end, I'll give you a 2-minute reset you can use anytime your brain feels fried. Let's be honest. Most people try to focus like this. They wait until they feel motivated. They clear a few tabs. They tell themselves, no distractions, and they hope their brain behaves. That's like trying to hold your breath forever and calling it discipline. Your brain isn't designed for that. Your brain is designed to chase what's easiest, loudest, and most rewarding right now. So if you rely on willpower, you lose. Not because you're weak, but because you're human. Here's the key. Focus is not a feeling. Focus is a system. In Japan, there's a concept called Kaizen. It means small improvements done consistently. But most people misunderstand it as work harder. It's the opposite. Remove friction, reduce waste, build rituals that make the right action the easiest action. So the Japanese fix for focus isn't hype, it's structure. We're going to build Kaizen focus in 3 layers: environment, entry, end. If you fix these 3, focus stops being a fight. First layer, your environment. Right now, your room is arguing with you. Your phone is on the desk. Your bed is 5 steps away. Your browser has a shortcut to dopamine. Your mind is trying to do 2 jobs at once: work and resist temptation. That resistance is decision drain, and it kills focus before you even start. One thing Japanese systems are famous for is this principle: make problems visible, because what you can see, you can improve. So here's your first move. Today, create a focus zone and a distraction zone. The focus zone is only the tools for the one task you're doing, nothing else. The distraction zone is everything that pulls you away: phone, snacks, random notebooks, gaming controller. It all goes there, not somewhere, a specific place, a drawer, a shelf, a box. Because if the distraction is within reach, your brain counts it as available. And if it's available, your brain will negotiate. You don't need stronger willpower. You need weaker temptation. So do this right now. Put your phone in another room or inside a bag. Zipped. Full screen your work. Close everything that isn't required for the next 25 minutes. That's it. You just removed most of the battle. Second layer, your entry. Most people fail at focus because they try to start at 100%. They sit down and expect deep work mode instantly. But your brain has inertia. It needs a ramp, not a cliff. So here's the Japanese fix: a tiny, repeatable starting ritual that tells your nervous system, we're working now. I call it the 2-minute start. Step 1. Write one sentence. Right now I'm doing blank. Be specific. Not work on my project. Say, outline the intro. Solve problem 4. Edit minute 2 to 5. Write 3 bullet points. Step 2. Set a timer for 2 minutes. Your only goal is to begin badly. Open the doc. Write the first ugly line. Do the first easy step. That's it. Because the hardest part of focus isn't concentrating. It's entering. And once you enter, your brain hates stopping mid-action. Momentum becomes your fuel. If you've been waiting for motivation, you've been waiting for the wrong thing. Start creates motivation, not the other way around. Third layer, the end. This is the part everyone ignores, and it's why you dread starting tomorrow. If you stop work in chaos, tomorrow begins with pain, and your brain remembers pain, so it avoids. So you need what I call a clean finish. Before you stop, do 3 things. First, write the next action in plain language, not continue project. Write open file. Write 3 bullet points for section 2. Second, reset your space in 60 seconds. Close tabs. Put the notebook in one place. Clear the desk. Third, end with a tiny win. Check a box, highlight what you finished, put a line through something. Why? Because your brain is addicted to completion. If you give it a clean ending, it comes back hungry. If you give it a messy ending, it comes back scared. Now, let's talk about the trap. When you can't focus, you think the solution is more hours. So you sit there longer and longer and longer. But time isn't the issue. Quality is. There's a reason you can stare at your screen for 3 hours and still feel behind, because you were present but not engaged. Kaizen focus isn't work more, it's waste less. So here's a rule. When focus drops, don't punish yourself with extra time. Reset the system. And I promised you a 2-minute reset. This is the fastest way I know to get your brain back. In Japan, there's cultural respect for recovery. People talk about forest bathing, not as magic, but as a way to regulate the nervous system. You don't need a forest. You need a switch. I call this the Shinrin switch. When you feel scattered, do this. Stand up. Look at something far away for 20 seconds. A window, a wall, the horizon. Breathe in for 4 seconds, out for 6 seconds, 3 times. Then ask one question. What is the next smallest step? Then sit down and do only that step for 2 minutes. That's it. You're not trying to become a different person in that moment. You're returning to the task gently, like guiding a child back to the road, because your brain doesn't respond to shame. It responds to clarity. Now, I want to go deeper, because this is where real change happens. Sometimes you're not distracted because you love scrolling. You're distracted because deep work forces you to face something uncomfortable. The possibility you're not as good as you want to be. The fear you'll try and still fail. The pressure of your own expectations. Distraction is a sedative. It's emotional pain relief. So the question isn't just, how do I focus? It's, what feeling am I avoiding? And if you can name that feeling, you can stop obeying it. Here's a rule for becoming better. You don't need to feel confident to act. You need to act so confidence has evidence. The moment you start, you become the kind of person who starts. That's identity. And identity is the real focus. Now, let's make this practical. Something you can run daily, even if your life is messy. Here's a routine I call 25, 5, 25. First block, 25 minutes to build momentum. Focus zone active, 2 minutes start. One task only. Then a 5-minute break. Do the Shinrin switch. Stand, breathe, distance gaze. No phone, no quick scroll. That breaks the spell. Second block, 25 minutes to deepen. Same rules. And when your mind wanders, don't panic. Return to the next smallest step, then finish with a clean finish. Next action written. Desk reset. Tiny win. Do this once per day, and you will feel your focus return. Do it twice per day, and your life starts to shift. Not because you became superhuman, but because you stopped fighting your environment and started training your system. And I know some of you are thinking, but my life is chaos. Good. This system doesn't need perfection. It needs repeatability. If you only have 10 minutes, do the 2-minute start plus 8 minutes of one task. Still counts. If you get bored, boredom is withdrawal from constant stimulation. It's not a sign you should quit. It's a sign your brain is healing. If your phone is for work, make it visible and controlled. Face down, notifications off, and check it only at the end of the 25. You're not removing technology. You're putting it in its place. Let me leave you with this. The world rewards the person who can focus, not the smartest, not the most talented. The one who can sit down when it's hard, when it's boring, when they don't feel like it, and still move the needle. Focus isn't a gift, it's a practice. And the Japanese fix is simple. Improve the system by 1% today, then again tomorrow, then again the next day. 1 month from now, you won't just focus more. You'll trust yourself more. You'll feel calmer. You'll stop living in panic mode. You'll become better. Here's the recap. Focus zone versus distraction zone. 2-minute start. Clean finish. And when you crash, Shinrin switch. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.